Meghan Markle's now finally returned back to California to look after her two children, Archie and Lily, and no doubt clutching those shirts, of course, that they were very kindly donated to. You know the ones I mean. Fascinating when you think, because as I told you, Meghan left, leaving, as that famous song said, on a private jet plane. You do kind of think to yourself, how bad do the optics look when they're continually lecturing the rest of the world about how we should save the planet, travelist and things. And of course, people are very unkind about the intellect of Prince Harry, but it is there literally staring at you, isn't it, when you kind of think, why are you saying that and then going private jet? And more importantly, wouldn't it be more prevalent for her to stay, see it out till Sunday and then travel back together, save the climate? But no, whatever Meghan wants, Meghan gets. Now here's where it gets interesting for me, because if you look at this particular scene, this was very reminiscent, wasn't it, of course, the scene in Brooklyn, if you remember. Meghan decided, of course, to go and visit a school of underprivileged people, and they were very joyous to see her. I mean, you know, micro-celebrity, that sort of stuff. And then she sat down in that really weird red outfit in a very hot time and began to read her own book, like you do. You know, let's not pick a story that they may have heard of or want to interact with. But basically, over in Invictus, they had a very similar thought. This picture, you see, where she addressed some school children, and, you know, it was all very reminiscent of that. But behind the scenes, there's a different story. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for your time today, and as ever, lovely to have your company. Welcome, one and all, brand new subscribers. You are supposed to wave. I can see if you're not, by the way. Yes, I know. It's getting a bit chilly out here now. Took my coat off, I was warm earlier. Do you do that? It's terrible, isn't it? Then you think, I'm boiling now, and then you come out and you think, no, actually, no, maybe I do need the coat back on. Don't worry, chums, I'll be looking after myself. I've got my flask. Yes, you have to. I know, cost of living, I mean, goodness, you know. But honestly, I don't mean this in a strange way either, but nobody can make a cup of tea or coffee the way you like it yourself. So why not get a flask? At least you know you're going to enjoy your cup of tea. If you pay £4 or £3 something for a coffee, you think, oh, this is not very nice. At that point, you've stumped your money up, haven't you? It's a bit like the Invictus Games, of course. They stumped all of that money up, some people might suggest, for Meghan Markle. Yes, the shrinking violet to attend once again. And what was fascinating, I found, about this was the fact that, yes, she pasted on the rich cis grain and she sort of clung on to Harry, but it was all very much about them, and it could have been so much more. You see, this particular picture, as I said, a strange picture when you think, I don't know if Meghan had some kind of cold, but she had to keep wiping her nose, maybe she should have had a handkerchief near. Yes, I'll just leave that there. But what's fascinating about this is, you see, according to that source, when this was all put together, the itinerary originally put together, Meghan actually wasn't going to be in the plot. Apparently September, October, that she wasn't coming, it was definitely just going to be Harry. She helped with the launch last year, and then all things turned around. But the idea, if you remember, was that Meghan was going to be bringing, they said at that time they couldn't wait to get Archie involved in Invictus. This was going to be his heritage too. So you could understand how this might work out. Well, seemingly it's not his heritage because he didn't turn up. But according to the source, this was the whole point of this. Now, the other idea, when they realised that actually Archie wasn't turning up or whatever, could they even possibly have, and as ever we have to say allegedly, maybe some audio of Archie just saying hello to the children? If not a video, him not coming on camera or anything like that, maybe just a small message. After all, he can hold a conversation because Prince Harry revealed that, didn't he? Talking at length about how he's now fully understanding about landmines and Princess Diana. So you can't cop out of it that way. But apparently, no, that couldn't be possible. As I've said, without the lure of that, nothing's possible. But they were ready, of course, to show off him in the Netflix series. That was big bucks, you get the picture. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting, because now, of course, with this out of the way and Meghan actually not there, things are apparently picking up. The whole atmosphere is a lot more jolly, and they don't necessarily see it as a publicity machine. But what a shame that they missed the opportunity to involve their eldest child in an event that really will become something of an historical moment. And if he loves Invictus so much, wouldn't it have killed him just to get a message up on a screen, a bit of a wave, a little bit of incentive as the big thank you for what everybody's done over in Canada, the expense, etc., to bring them all over there? Baffling. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.